Your own time will come because God is never late. We see in today's first reading from Isaiah chapter 7, Ahaz was promised the Emmanuel, a son to be born of the Virgin. And even though Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, was probably a partial fulfillment of that prophecy, but God never stops halfway. He does nothing half-heartedly. And so he continued to fulfill his promises until the ultimate, which is Jesus Christ himself, who is the Emmanuel. God had promised to David long time ago, about 1,000 years before the coming of Christ, that his kingdom would have no end. And yet, the kingdom seemed to have ended, but yet the Lord had a plan. He was not late, he was not absent. He was still there with his people, and then he came out with the fullness of redemption, with the fullness of fulfillment in Christ Jesus. And so your time will come. Whatever God promises you, it will happen in due time, because God is all good and all powerful. If he were all good and not all powerful, then God could want all the best things for us and yet is unable to accomplish those things. If God were all powerful and not all good, well, then he could crush us. But because God is all good and all powerful, he loves us and wants the best things for us and has the power to accomplish those things. And because he has promised that all things will work for the good of those who love God, he will accomplish that promise in his due time. So never be discouraged. Your time will come. Your time will come because your God is with you. He is Emmanuel.